This video is going to show you how to apply for housing at Cornell. Simply go to housing.cornell.edu. On our main page, you'll be able to read about your housing options and apply for housing via the housing portal. To apply, click on through to the housing portal. You'll log in with your net ID and your password and be brought to this page. Click on undergraduate, and you're applying for the 2021-2022 academic year. Click apply, and you'll be brought to our welcome page. On-campus housing is required for all first-year students, and we do ask that you submit your application by May 16th. You can make changes up until May 16th, and I'll show you how to do that later. But because our auto allocation and our assignment process will begin shortly thereafter, changes that you make after that point may not take effect. And if you have a housing need due to a chronic health, medical, or disability condition, please contact Student Disability Services as soon as possible, either via phone, via their website, or via email to get started on registering with them. It's important that you are fully registered and approved for an accommodation by May 15th. Here we're going to click Continue. And this is going to review the residency requirement. Our first-year students starting in the fall are going to be required to live on campus, with very few exceptions. If you meet any of these criteria to be exempt from the residency requirement, you will check this box. The vast majority of you will not have to do anything on this page. All you need to do is save and continue. If for some reason you accidentally check that box, you will need to email housing@cornell.edu so we can correct that for you. But because we're going to live on campus, we're going to save and continue, and we're going to start our application. There are 4 room types for first-year students. We ask that you preference all 4. I would like to live in a single. I'm going to add that, followed by a double. I'm going to add that, followed by a triple. Add that, and finally a quad. It's important to know that historically we receive preferences for doubles and quads that far exceed our available inventory. And save and continue. On this page, you can rank your community preferences. Community preferences will include all of the program houses, our first-year residence halls, the all-female identified first-year community, which this year is in Toni Morrison Hall, or the townhouse community, which is apartment-style living. If you don't indicate a community preference, you'll be randomly assigned to a community. So for my first preference, I'm thinking about an all-female identified community. My second preference, I'm interested in applying to Ujama Residential College, which is a program house. The residence hall, which includes all the first-year residences. And I'm going to throw in the townhouse community because I may be interested in that as well. I can add up to 8 more community preferences. That would be all the other program houses. Again, save and continue. Because I selected a program house, it's going to ask me to write a brief essay as to why I'm interested in the program house. In this box, you should, if you're applying for multiple program houses, you should indicate why you're interested in each program house. Because I apply specifically to Ujama, Ujama has an additional question it would like me to answer. All of the program houses do, and so you just want to make sure that you answer the question. And remember, these answers are going to the staff and the students of that program house who will select you to live in their community. So if you're interested, please put the effort into these answers. The next page, again, is optional. It's the lifestyle questionnaire. Here you can select how you keep your room. I'm clean but not immaculate. My room use, I prefer some guests, some studying. I don't smoke, but I can opt to select yes if I do smoke. Do I study with background noise? This could be a TV, fan, music, white noise machine. Here I've selected yes. Do I sleep with background noise? No. When do I go to sleep? Right now it's after 9 p.m. before midnight. Do you sleep with a light on? No, I do not. And when do you wake up? Right now, before 7 a.m. And then I'm going to click Save and Continue. Again, another optional section is roommate requests. Some things to consider is that if you have a student in mind that you would like to be your roommate, they must have a submitted application in the system in order for you to find them by their net ID. We only accept roommate requests to share the same bedroom. We don't accept requests in the application or via email to be in proximity to one another, to friends, or in the same suite or the same apartment. You can only be a member of one roommate group. And this is very important. When we make housing assignments, we place a lot of priority on the roommate request, except if you select single as your first choice. If you select single as your first choice, we will ignore your roommate request and place you in a single. Here, you can search for roommates by the net ID if you know someone. You can search by lifestyle questionnaire answers, or you can see who we suggest based on your answers to the lifestyle questionnaire. I'm going to click Continue. We do offer gender-inclusive housing. If you're interested in gender-inclusive housing, you want to review the information on this page and read over the rules, and then you would need to opt into gender-inclusive housing by responding to 3 questions. Do you want to share a room with somebody of a different gender identity or gender expression? Do you want to share common space? And do you want to share restrooms? The default is going to be no. No answer indicates no. These are things that you would opt into. We also ask that you provide us with your cell phone number in case we have any questions for you about your application, and in case there is a need for us to create a gender-inclusive community or suite or floor. Click Save and Continue. And here, it's just going over the next step is to submit your application. But here, it's just telling you that you can come back to update your preferences at any time prior to the start of the assignment process. Remember that May 16th date. First year housing assignments will be sent from mid-June to late June. And you want to click Submit. You'll see that your status is submitted, what you applied for, which was the 2021-22 academic year, when you started your application, and when you submitted it. Like I said before, you can come back to this application anytime, go to the section that you wish to edit, and make those edits. Cornell Dining, you will have a dining plan assigned to you as a first-year student, and we encourage all other students to apply for a meal plan. And that is the housing application. If you have additional questions, you can reach us via email at housing.cornell.edu. If you're in the application and you need assistance, You can chat with us, and a chat agent, one of our staff members, will be able to respond to you. If there's no one in the chat at the moment, it will send an email to housing.cornell.edu on your behalf. Or you can contact us via phone. Our phone number is 607 255 5368. Thank you for watching the video. Best of luck in the upcoming year, and we look forward to welcoming you on campus.